and welcome to Fustel Fit on 91.8 Hayes FM. I'm Nicola Fustel and I'm with...
Matthew Flave.
Thank you for talking to me today, Matt. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So rather than Matt coming into the Hayes studio, I've decided to come down to his gym in Maidenhead. This is called Boxing Evolution. And tell us about your gym. What's it about?
Boxing, the brand Boxing Evolution was originally developed from a concept I had based on my younger years as a teenager, growing up in around Maidenhead. I was a little bit naughty when I was younger, a bit off the rails, got involved in a few things here and there with the police and stuff like that. But one of the things that helped me sort my life out, well, a major factor in that was boxing. And that was where I initially had the idea for Boxing Evolution to come from, because I've noticed how boxing, it develops your character not only physically but mentally. So from that, the idea of Boxing Evolution was born. Initially, the idea was to work with teenagers involved in gang, gun and knife crime as a way to kind of help them out of that. But it's kind of evolved itself into what we have now as a kind of corporate thing as well.
That's fantastic. So how long have you been going for?
I initially started Boxing Evolution 7 years ago. I got funding from the Prince's Trust. I had to do a pitch a bit like you do to Dragon's Den and that kind of thing. And fortunately, I got the funding and I started from there. And since then, it's just the rest is history. Really.
Amazing. Is this what you do full time?
Pretty much as well. Along with running the gym, I do personal training, I do classes down here, but I've also got Boxing Evolution TV where I go out and interview fighters and I film boxing fights and that kind of stuff as well. So I do a combination of things all through boxing.
So very hands-on then?
It's pretty much 24/7. This kind of stuff, it engages my thought processes constantly. There's probably not many moments where I'm not thinking about it, to be honest with you.
And you mentioned to me before off air about some young people that you've been working with that you've helped. Do you want to tell us about that?
Well, there's been a number of people over the years that I've worked with, and to say I've had some pretty good results with a lot of them is a fair comment, I would say. Often, there are younger people like myself that are a bit misguided, didn't have much to do, and when they come down here, they get involved, they feel like they've got something to do, a place to come. And obviously the boxing training helps them channel their energies and teaches them about discipline and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, it's doing good for them.
So would you say getting young kids into health and fitness, and especially something like boxing, is a really good way to get them off the streets and keeping them fit and healthy as well?
Especially for certain kind of young lads. Obviously it doesn't appeal to everyone, but there's certain kinds of young people that are a bit more wild, shall I say. There's especially ones with like ADHD and stuff like that. Others that have grown up in a kind of atmosphere where they're involved with gangs and things like that, because they're looking for this kind of masculine energy, and they need that kind of sense of working towards something and the sense of powerfulness to engage them, and boxing definitely brings that.
Would you say, is it always boys though, or does it appeal to girls as well?
I wouldn't say it appeals to girls as much, often because of the stigma that they think that they're just going to come in here and get punched in the face and that's what it's about. But when you actually realise boxing is about learning and developing skills, developing your technique, getting fit and healthy, and how it can actually, how fit and healthy it can make you, then perhaps they would be, and often you don't even have to hit another person or anything for a long time unless you want to get benefit out of it. I think if they were made more aware of it, then it would appeal to more of them.
So what are the health benefits of boxing?
Well, pretty much boxing is a sport that pretty much challenges every single fitness system in the body, the anaerobic system, the cardiovascular system, the strength system. So it literally develops every part of you. You can't, like for example, if you just go running, you're only developing the cardiovascular system, but when you come in to do boxing, you're hitting the bags and you're doing like circuit type training, which is developing your muscles, and you're also doing like sprints and stuff like that, which is developing your anaerobic fitness system. And also you're doing your cardio system through skipping and stuff like that. Sparring is great for fitness. And then there's obviously the functional strength aspects of it, like doing chin-ups and push-ups and all that kind of stuff as well. So you literally get an all-round workout from boxing.
And a lot of technical as well.
Well, the good thing about boxing or doing any other martial arts as opposed to just ordinary fitness training is that you are learning and developing a skill. And through that, you're focusing on learning and developing a skill rather than just working on the fitness side of things. So you don't tend to get bored, and it gives you something else to look forward to each week that you train.
Brilliant. And what classes have you got running here at the moment?
At the moment, we have boxing run 5 days a week. We have beginner to intermediate boxing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we have advanced boxing for those that are fighting on Mondays and Wednesdays, and possibly soon to be Fridays. We have a combat-based fitness class which is done to music, usually drum and bass, called Fight Club, and it's all done in time to the music, so that's a really good class. We have kickboxing 3 times a week, on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 7 o'clock. And we also have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock. And also we've just started an MMA class on Saturdays at 3 o'clock.
So it sounds like a full jam-packed schedule there. And if you're quite new to martial arts, what would you say is the difference between the different types?
As a rough breakdown, boxing pretty much just involves your hands and footwork. Kickboxing, obviously more legs based, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is based around ground fighting, arm locks, chokes, that kind of stuff, submission, wrestling, that kind of stuff.
So do you get paired with people of the same sort of height and weight as you?
You get paired with everyone because you can learn something different from every single person you work with, and every single person moves differently and thinks differently. So whether you're a beginner or not, or more advanced, you get partnered up with a different person each week. So your learning is always constant.
And tell us about Fight Club. I know you've got Fight Club on tonight, which you're teaching.
Well, Fight Club is a great fitness class that was actually developed by a guy called Troy Tura, and he has a massive following for it. He does massive events. He's actually got the world record for the largest boxing class ever held, and that was about 600, 700 people turned up to that, and he's running another one this summer, which is going to be even bigger. But the idea behind it is all combat movements like punching, kicking, floor moves, that kind of stuff, and it's all timed with the music, and also the instructor MCs the instructions along at the same time, and it's very popular with girls, that class as well.
So you have mixed men and women here?
The majority of them are men, but we do have quite a few women that are getting involved now. I think now that they're starting to kind of understand, because of the way we market this place, it does appeal to women as well, so we're definitely starting to get a few more women coming through the door.
That's interesting, because a lot of group exercise classes are predominantly women, aren't they?
It depends what classes you're talking about, I guess, but I think the fitness classes, say that you find in a traditional gym, do appeal to women more, stuff like Zumba or Body Blast and that kind of stuff. So we're trying to get the women interested in the more boxing style and martial arts style fitness. But I'm saying that kickboxing is also quite popular with the women too.
So how do you have time to fit it all in? Because you're running the gym, you're teaching some classes and personal training, and then you said you do some interviews for martial arts and boxers.
What I do is I just don't go to sleep. I just no, it's not easy. It's hard. We're literally from the first thing in the morning when I wake up, I'm downstairs in the office, I'm doing stuff. Then I'm training clients if I've got them, and in the evening running classes, and then after that I've got more work to do potentially. And then at the weekend, if there's a fight event on, I'll be going out to the fight event, and I'll be spending my Sundays editing up the video footage from that too. So. I don't really get many breaks, to be honest with you, but it's good.
Multi-skilled and...
Multi-skilled, just multi-busy. Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell us about your gym?
Yes.
And obviously for the benefit of the people that are just listening on the radio and they can't see the gym, do you want to tell us about all the facilities that you have here?
Yes, the gym has been designed for primarily boxing and martial arts development, fitness and strength and conditioning. So in here we have, for those that are watching the video, we've got the wrestling mat here, we've got the punch bags and the MMA cage wall in behind over there. We have a CrossFit rig over in the corner, so you can do all kinds of pull-ups and that different kind of functional bodyweight strength exercises. We've got a squat rack as well. We've got dumbbells up to 40 kilos. We've got a treadmill. We've got cross trainer bike, all that kind of stuff, rowing machine. We also have freestanding punch bags, but we've also designed the gym with lots of colours in it as well, so it's designed to be psychologically stimulating as well. When you come in here, it's not just a dull, drab place, and so it's the whole environment motivates you to train.
It does look fantastic, and red's one of my favourite colours, and it's full of red, so for me it's very nice. So you've done amazing so far, and what a great story that you've got there. What are your plans for the future?
My initial plans are just to establish this brand, establish the gym, and there's a very positive philosophy behind the gym, and that is something I want to try and get people to buy into and understand, and hopefully help promote and spread positivity in the general society. My next plan obviously is once I've had success with this gym is to obviously go onto a franchise and try and get them spread across and try and get the philosophy of it spread throughout Britain and maybe the world one day. You never know.
Brilliant. So if anybody wants to follow you, do you want to share your social media sites or website?
Our website is www.boxingevolution.com. Our social media site is, for the gym, is facebook.com/boxingevolutiongym. I'm on Twitter myself personally as at Titus M Flavius. That's Titus M Flavius, and I'm on Facebook as well as Matthew Flave.
Brilliant. And can you give us a special offer or something if anybody listening would like to come down to a class?
We are currently offering 1 week passes, so you're welcome to come down and get a pass and try any class that you like, and then if you like that, then we can sign you up. Brilliant, fantastic. Thanks so much. Thank you, Nicola.